Hi guys, Robbo46 here, welcome yourselves back to MotoGP 18 on the Xbox One X. Let's continue with career mode aboard the KTM. Yeah, it's going okay this season, but we have had a crash, so let's see. Going to the next race now, Catalonia. See how we can get on here. I'm hoping we can get a good result because, as you saw at Mugello, a big high side. And we ended up retiring from the race and scoring no points. So the championship has closed in. But let's see what we can do here at Catalonia. Okay. Here we go. Okay, well, Vinales has got a better start. So has two Ducatis of Petrucci and Dovizioso. So we are in third. I'm going to try and outbrake both of them into turn one. Come on. Oh, yeah, we got them. We've got both of them. We are in the lead on our KTM. What can we do from here? I have to admit the KTM does not feel that comfortable around here, especially comparing it to the Aprilia. The Aprilia felt really good around here, but the KTM just doesn't quite feel right. So I think on a track where I'm really comfortable in that, and I'm kind of not so much struggling, but just having a few issues with the bike, I have come to the conclusion that in this game, the Aprilia is actually better than the KTM. But I'll do what I can anyway. It may come down to the tyres, but we'll see. Next race after this one will be Assen, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there as well. I mean, Assen is more recently it's been quite a strong race for me. When the game first came out, it wasn't really a strong round for me. I used to struggle there, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see what we do there. We're not pulling away at the moment. Through the final corner. Just got to try and keep it all together and make sure that we stay in the lead if we can. So we're on to lap 2. Into turn 1 again. Through the long right. I think we're actually opening up the gap already. I wasn't expecting to do, but already spinning that rear tyre up. Let's hope that doesn't become an issue. Try and keep it on the island, keep it going. Bit of a mistake there, and they're back on me. So one little mistake and they're back on me. Got to try not to crash. Do not want 2 crashes in a row at potentially 2 strong circuits for me. So yeah, Mugello unfortunately didn't end well. High side just behind Lorenzo. So here we are, Catalonia. A good track for me. We are staying in the lead for now. I do worry about that hairpin we've just gone through, because if they're close enough they will have a big lunge and force you off track. Happened to me in qualifying, which was a bit of a pain in the ass. Completely messed one of my laps up. So end of lap 2, on to lap number 3. Yeah, we are pulling away, so that's good. It's good to know as we try and just keep extending that lead and see if we can get a nice win from pretty much leading from the front, apart from losing a few positions off the start-finish grid. We are looking good at the moment, but just a bit wary about tyre wear. Just try and keep it together. Fingers crossed we can take a win, because we could definitely do with one after that horrendous result at Mugello. They're back on me, but that is a slow corner, so it does concertina up a little bit. There's definitely sections of this track where the AI are a lot later on the brakes, like the hairpin we're going to come up to in a second. But that's one of the main areas I'm worried about going into. So just got to try and brake as late as I dare without going wide. As you see, their arrows go quite wide, and quite often they end up weaving through there as well, which we saw a couple of seasons ago when I had a coming together with Marquez there, because he weaved off track, and then when he weaved back on track, he weaved straight into me, and I don't think he didn't crash though, did he? He just had a massive moment, but managed to stay on. I mean, they've closed that down a little bit. We've gone to lap 4. They've definitely closed the gap down a little bit. We're going to have to see if we can extend that out a little bit more. Because when the tyres started going off, I think that, yeah, our pace is going to drop quite considerably. Because that's what I've kind of found with the KTM is once the tyres start going, it's quite difficult to try and keep up a good pace. As always, I will try my best to get this one done, get it in the bag. I mean, if we can't win here, then we are going to be pretty much screwed for the rest of the season, because until we get to places like Buriram and Sepang and Phillip Island as well, we may struggle between now and then. Misano is just one of those rounds which I really don't look forward to doing now. Yeah, the AI around there are like super overpowered, so super aggressive as well. So we managed to win on the Aprilia last season, which I wasn't expecting to do. I mean, I can pretty much say now that I'm not going to be able to win on the KTM because it does not feel anywhere near as good as the Aprilia did. Yeah, Misano, I think we're going to have to just try and do damage limitation if I can. Obviously stay away from those inside curves as well, because we've had a few crashes there in the past. Okay, so we're pulling away again. So whilst we're out front, guys, I hope you're enjoying the SBK Team Manager series I'm doing at the moment. It's quite an interesting game. It's a nice change of pace. It's obviously not me controlling the rider. You just kind of watch your rider and try to dictate what he does on track. It definitely needs some work doing to it. I know that a few of you guys pointed out, which I completely missed when I was playing it, was on one of the races I finished ahead of Sykes in 13th, and it was quite clear that I was ahead of him going over the line, but on the results it put Sykes in 13th and me in 14th. I'm starting to realise now as well, because I'm in negative on the team budget, that crashes are a hell of a lot worse than what they should be, because you can get a decent result in one race, and if you have a crash in the next race, then it kind of completely wipes out your good result and then some. So a crash is worth a hell of a lot more, and it like gives you a lot more negative than what you get positive from getting a good result and finishing the race, which is a real pain in the ass. I think they need to tone that down a bit. I know that you can do microtransactions to get some money, but considering it is not actually a free-to-play game, I don't think really you should be able to have to do that. So I was kind of just going to run with it to see if we hit a wall where microtransactions are definitely going to come into play. I think unfortunately they may well do, because I'm still, like I said, I'm still in negative on the team budget, and yeah, not looking good in that respect. So we may end up folding the team by the end of the season and may have to start from scratch all over again. But at least I'll have a bit better knowledge going into the next season of what we got to do and what I need to look out for. Yeah, it's just a pain in the ass sometimes as well. I need to try and figure out the best way to pit as well, because I've been caught out, tried to stand out a bit too long. But yeah, it's quite an interesting game. I am quite enjoying playing it, because like I said, it is quite a nice change in pace for me, rather than me going flat out as fast as I can all the time, just watching what's going on track. But it's just very frustrating, because it seems quite difficult to get inside that top 10 at the moment. And the other negative thing which I find is that when you do upgrades for the bike, they only last 3 rounds, which is stupid. So they're really expensive as well. So you buy an upgrade, you have to wait about 3-4 rounds, I think it's about 4 rounds for them to become available. So wait all that time, and then you only have them for 3 rounds, and they don't really seem to make a huge difference either. So yeah, I'm going to stick with it for a little bit and see how we get on, plan it a bit longer, see if I can work out a few more good strategies and that. Yeah, like I said, I am quite enjoying it, but yeah, it's just the whole thing that you can have a really good race and a good result in one race, and you'd think, oh, we'll get some really good cash for that, but you don't. And then the next race you have a crash, and all that cash you earned in the first race is completely wiped away, and then you get even more negative as well. So it's a real difficult battle, but I think they really need to balance that out a bit, because it is quite unfair, and it does kind of try and encourage you to use microtransactions, which obviously I know that that's what mobile games try to do, which is a pain in the ass, but it's usually more free to play that kind of encourage you to basically pay to win, which I don't want to do, because I've paid for the game. I know I only paid the low price of $1.99 for it, so it's not a huge amount. I don't want to spend real money to unlock in-game currency to progress. So we'll stick it out for a little bit and see what happens. It is quite nice to go and play that after playing this as well, and just having a little break from this. So I'm kind of trying to alternate the videos, so one day doing MotoGP 18 career, then the next day doing SBK team manager. So that's what I'm trying to do at the moment. I know some people keep asking for MotoGP career when the SBK manager video comes out. You just have to be patient. It will come out. You just have to be patient. The fact that I'm playing another game as well, it's quite nice to break up my time as well, rather than just sticking my time with one game. Keeps me a bit more entertained and a bit more interested as well. But you know, when Ride 3 comes out, I'm probably gonna go away from MotoGP 18 probably almost altogether, because there's not a lot more I can do with MotoGP 18. I know obviously we can do online, but the online isn't really that popular anymore. I mean, the game's been out quite a while, and with all games, the longer it's been out, the more people lose interest in it, and the less people play the games online. So yeah, Ride 3, when that comes up, I'm definitely going to go 100% for Ride 3 and do lots of videos on that. And the thing is as well, Ride 3 will more than likely keep me entertained for longer, because there's going to be a lot more bikes that I can use in that. There's going to be a lot more different tracks as well. Obviously we've had Cadwell Park and Alton Park both confirmed for the game as well, so really looking forward to that, and looking forward to how the bikes physics wise handle going over the mountain, because in Ride 2 going over jumps, they kind of snap sideways, and meant that you ended up crashing half the time. But we have won at Catalunya, so we managed to stick it out for that race and managed to take the win, so that is good for us. I don't know who got second place. It was Marquez. Okay, so Vinales third, Rossi 4. Yeah, Pole got 15th, so that's a point. So that's better than nothing. So that will kind of, well, it won't really help a huge amount in the team championship. So Constructors title, we are still in the lead for that. And team championship, we are still in third. We're quite far behind those. So, I mean, we're joint with Repsol Honda, so that is, we're probably going to finish behind them.
But today, these riders have shown that they have a little bit extra in the locker. The crowd is going wild, and finally, they can enjoy this deserved moment of glory.
Okay, right, time to do bike development now. So we'll do engine, do power, and then we shall do suspension, we'll do elasticity, and that's all we're going to be able to do for now. And go on to the next race, which will be Assen. Will it be wet or dry? Let's find out.
Live from the MotoGP class starting grid, where riders and engineers
I mean, luckily it's going to be a dry race.
before the start of the
The
race.
bike has been feeling better here. It has to be said, it's felt more manageable. It's felt a bit more comfortable than what it did at Catalunya. Gone for medium front and rear, which is a bit of a gamble because I haven't used these tyres on this track with this bike. I didn't even experiment with the tyres in qualifying. I just went for soft. So this is going into the unknown with the medium tyres. I'm just going on the basis that this track is going to wear the tyres out a bit more. We've got 9 laps to do around here as well. So we'll go for medium and see what happens, because they're obviously going to last longer than the softs, but they won't give as much grip necessarily. I'll let DeVizioso have that, because that was a bit of an aggressive move. Second place at the moment, got a bit wide. Marquez is trying to come through on the inside. He will, and he's up to second. We're down to third. I think that was Jack Miller just behind us on the Pramac Ducati. Through the kink. We are kind of edging away a little bit. And that's, I think that's me being more tentative than anything. I think we'll be able to go with them, despite being on the mediums, but the good thing is we won't really run out of grip too quickly in this race. Try and stick as close to these two as I can and see whereabouts we can get them. If we can get them, they may just end up edging away slightly, which means that we're not going to be able to do anything. So have I chosen the wrong tyres then? At the moment, we're right back with Marquez. Now, I know they're going to be later on the brakes into the Gert Timmer chicane, but that's fine. I should be better on the exit, though. We are better on the exit. We've got Marquez back. We're back up to second place. So we are able to fight. Hello. Thanks, Marquez. That's given me a little bit of... yeah, that's given me a little bit of bike damage. So that's not good. Can we get past DeVizioso? Can we sneak through on the inside? Oh, no, not quite. Okay, get the run out. Okay, so the medium tyres are working. That is good. Good to know. Through the kink. Come on. A little bit wide, a bit too wide. Come on, KTM. Stay with me. Marquez is all over the back of me. Get the run out, get the run out. We got a good run out. We are on the wrong side. Not quite getting the drive that we needed. Well, DeVizioso was in the way. Up the inside, there we go, into the lead. Are we going to hold it? Yes, we are. DeVizioso is still there. Will probably get us into the chicane. That's fine. We'll let him do that. Oh, Marquez is there as well. That's giving me even more bike damage. Okay, so that's a couple of collisions we've had with Marquez now. So bike damage, medium tyres on a KTM. This is not looking good for this race, but we're still in second and we're still right on DeVizioso. We don't want any more bike damage though. And use this slipstream, but because we got that bike damage, it's not having any effect anymore. Come on, up the inside. Oh, yeah, we managed to sneak through. So we're in the lead. We are in the lead. How long for though? Not very long. He's on the inside. No, we're holding him off. All right. Can we stay ahead of DeVizioso here? All right, let's see if we can pull away. I doubt we'll be able to, but give it a good go. This may sound weird, but the bike actually feels smoother now that I've had bike damage. How the hell does that work? The bike feels better now that we've got bike damage. That's crazy. Alright, well that's interesting to know. So a damaged KTM feels better than a 100% KTM. Interesting. Won't be as quick, but it definitely feels better. Feels a bit more comfortable than what it did, and it didn't feel too bad anyway, but it feels even better now. Doesn't really feel like it's going to spin up the rear too much either. So that bike damage could be a blessing in disguise. Marquez could have done us a favour here. We are looking good. Spinning up on the curb, but that's me doing that on the curb. We are actually pulling away here. We are pulling away in the lead. And we are looking good. Into the chicane again. Nicely does it. Yeah, we've pulled away from Dovey. We have pulled away on a damaged KTM. And we haven't got to worry about tyres. We're on lap 5 of 9. But our tyres are absolutely fine. We're on medium, so we do not need to worry about that. It's all good. It is all good. Just keep it together. I feel like I can be a bit more consistent with the bike in the condition it's in now. It's really weird. I think it just feels a bit smoother. It's not putting as much power to the back wheels, so it's not spinning up as much. That is working in my favour. Okay. We are looking good. Coming to the end of lap 5. Into the chicane. We are doing it. We are pulling away from DeVizioso and co. Into the first corner again. The only thing I need to worry about is crashing, because I don't think there's going to be any chance of them catching me. So it's whether I can maintain my concentration and not end up throwing it up the road. I am going to be gentle on throttle coming out of that first gear hairpin, just because I do not want to high side coming out of it. Feeling good. Feeling good aboard the KTM. We're looking good. This will help us in the championship as well, because Marquez is second in the championship, but he's not actually second in the race, I don't think. I'm pretty sure DeVizioso is still second. But who knows? Marquez may have got ahead of him. Marquez may have dropped further behind. We don't know. DeVizioso could, in theory, yeah, do me a favour here. That's what I'm hoping for. The chicane, nice and gently. Oh, spinning up on the curb, but that's fine. No biggie. On to lap 7 we go. Into turn 1. Yeah, surprising here actually. Might have been completely different if it was a wet race, but luckily it's dry. This is definitely going to help us. Keep it nice and tidy. Oh yeah. A little bit wide. Yeah, I'm really surprised actually. I wasn't expecting to be able to pull away this much, especially after the first lap, when it was looking like we were going to drop down to about 5th place, but we managed to keep our heads together and managed to get ahead of Marquez and Dovizioso, and ever since then we've been able to pull away. On to the penultimate lap now, lap number 8, and it is looking very good for a win. I might just drop the pace a little bit to make sure I definitely do not crash. 25 points is better than no points, obviously. Any point is better than no points. Even one single point is better than no points. Okay, we just got to do 1.5 circulations of the Assen track, and it's going to be another win. Yeah, so 2 tracks I'm really not looking forward to going to. One of them obviously being Brno. It was looking good last season, but I was forced off track by Marquez, which then caused me to crash. And then I ended up having a crash again, so I ended up retiring from that race. And Misano as well, even though we managed to win on the Aprilia last season, I just know how hard that race is going to be. So yeah, those are pretty much the only 2 races I'm not looking forward to, Brno and completely lost what I was saying there. Yeah, Brno and Misano. And then Red Bull Ring is going to be quite a difficult race. It's going to be obviously KTM's home race. But yeah, that race is difficult because I may be quicker on maybe 75% of the track than the AI. But on the 25% of the track where they're quickest, they are quite a bit quicker. Like going into the hairpin, they can into turn 3. They can brake later. So if I try and brake later, then it gets all crossed up and I ended up probably crashing. It's going to be even worse on the KTM because it's got quite similar characteristics to the Honda on the brakes. And coming out of that hairpin as well, they managed to accelerate better because I keep popping wheelies. And then you've got the corner after that where they go in really, really deep on the brakes and go too wide. And quite a lot of the times they go off track as well. But if they get underneath you, because they're going off track, they're going to take you off track even worse. So that's definitely a corner I will have to defend at. But yeah, we are here at Assen. We're coming to the end of the final lap. We've had bike damage. We've had medium tyres. The tyres have stuck with me. They haven't really done anything wrong at all throughout the whole race. We've had no major issues, no major moments. But yeah, bike damage. But we are going to take a dominant win here at Assen through the chicane for the final time. Nicely does it. And that is us done at Assen. Where was everyone? So who finished second? Because last time I saw it was Dovizioso. But did Marquez manage to sneak through on him to take second place? If he did, we only extend our lead by 5 points. Marquez did finish second place. Dovizioso was 5th, so he lost quite a few places. Did we finish? No, we had no teammates inside the top 15. Okay. So championship, 22 points, so still not quite a whole race wins worth. So we are slowly extending it, but 1 DNF, and we're going to be back to square one again. Okay, that was a good race. KTM felt good, then felt better with bike damage, which is very bizarre.
Enjoying a round of applause from the team and fans. Everyone gave it their all today. You can't deny that these riders were on another level.
All good at the moment. Okay, right. Let's do bike development. We're only going to be able to do one thing because we've only got 22,648 development points to use, and that will be used on frame for lean because that's the only level 1 we haven't done. And then we will go to the standings and then my stats. So standings, Red Bull Rookies Cup, Philip Salax leading that, Ken Onchu 2nd, Dennis Onchu 3rd, Yamanaka 4th and Yuki Kuni in 5th place. Salax got a good lead over Onchu in 2nd. Moto3, oh, they're joint on points again. Jorge Martin and Marco Bezzecchi 1st and 2nd. Bastianini in 3rd. Canet 4th. Digi Antonio in 5th place. So that one is going to be really tight again. And then Moto2, Marquez has still won every single race so far. Oliveira 2nd. Bagnaia 3rd. Baldassari 4th. And Vierge in 5th. And then MotoGP, obviously I'm leading that by 22 points from Marquez, who is 2nd. Vignales 3rd, Dovizioso 4th and Rossi in 5th place. Then we've got the Constructors title. KTM is leading that by 24 points, not quite 25. But we are in 3rd at the moment, joint with Repsol Honda still, which is a bit worrying. So we could drop down to 4th very soon, and my stats is that. So anyway guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more content. I shall see you guys in the next video. See you!